Well, hi everybody. This is Julie. Wow. I've been a little bit busy, but not in the way that I want to be. I've been in the learning process. Oh, geez, that's not the. Sometimes that's fun, and sometimes it's not. But anyway, I wanted to come on here, and I thought I would try to lend a helping hand and try to do a good deed and help someone out to help get their store and name across the internet. You'll have to excuse these notifications that are going to keep popping up on my computer. Um, I've had so many, just to clarify, I've had so many bad experiences with Etsy sellers. Not a ton, but enough to just make you want to say I'm not buying from anybody from Etsy anymore. Yeah, that many this year. And yeah, the just I just want to put out a little. I don't even know. Earlier I had this already in my mind to say, and then I got sick and I'm not feeling well. So now my mind's just kind of blank because of the pain, but bear with me as I gather my words if I can even get them. But we all, I mean, I even sold on Etsy for a while and Zibit several years ago when I was on YouTube. And I enjoyed it, and it was fun, and I enjoyed dealing with customers. And I don't really think I had any bad experiences with anyone. But there are times when, due to the mail carriers and processing and shipping, that things get damaged or lost, or, we've all had those problems with the mail system. And that's just natural, and that's life, obviously. But when you spend around $100 on something, an item or items, uh, whatever amount of money, it doesn't matter whether it's $10 or whether it's 100. Money's not growing on trees, and never has that I know of, and I'm pretty sure it never will. So we all are careful with how we spend our money, and when we stick our money out and our necks out to purchase from someone who is, really not making any promises, and that's the way Etsy is. See, with eBay, and they're the only really other big company I deal with like that. Etsy's not as big as eBay, and they're nowhere near as reliable in some things. And this is not a bashing video. This is just me telling you to be careful, in short, because when I have went back to sellers and I said, um, my products got damaged, and the only thing they have to say to me is, well, that's never happened before. Like I'm an out and out, the ugly word for it. Like I'm telling them something that's not even true. And I spent 60, 70, whatever dollars. Uh, you know, why would I do that? Right? So, I was to the point where, I'm just not going to buy anything else from Etsy, and I'll just stick to eBay, where, I have had, you know, uh, some close calls, but always because of their names and because they resell and they want to stay in business, the eBay sellers have to give a count, and the Etsy sellers really don't. So that's just a little warning out there. This is no reflection on any particular company or person or persons or their things. This is just saying that Etsy does not hold the sellers to the standard, uh, to my knowledge, that, but like I said, I haven't sold on Etsy in years. I have made purchases this year. Um, and like I said, a few of them have been disastrous. And I'm not the kind of person that when I tell you something's wrong, I don't go back and you give me an answer and I don't go back and thwart what you say. I just take it and I just don't buy from you again. So yeah, people love me. Sellers love people like me. But the problem is we don't go back. So anyway, I make a purchase, and this is a full box here that you see. I bought a couple of kits from, and I'm ashamed to not know her first name, Melanie, on Flair by Me, and obviously this is a beautiful little gift she sent with my purchase, which is, I love that button. It's beautiful. And the little flowers, of course, they'd be gorgeous on anything. This is the invoice, and I'm going to set this down here so I can reach down and take out what's inside. First of all, she had this beautiful stack of doilies for sale, and I thought it was a decent price. And because I've been collecting some laces. I think I said that in my last video. And I do have some doily, some things like this of my own that are probably be good. But when I saw these, I really liked them, and so I bought them from her. So that's what this is. This is just a bag full of doilies of different sorts. Some cut apart, some whole. Just a scrapbook with. They're not. I didn't buy them to decorate with, obviously. So that's what that is. I'm not going to open that up. It's in a bag, a carry bag. Can you believe it? And she did do a video on it. If you're interested, Flair by Me, on her channel, so you could see them. I bought these little guys. They are her. I thought they were so pretty. I'll take them out. So I'm sure that anybody who does any kind of scrapbooking, well, I'm gonna call it. Let's see. What am I gonna call it? I don't even know what to call it. When you do the soft journals, the soft books. I don't know. I really don't know. They're called different, all sorts of things. But she had these great pearly grape clusters is what they are. They're so pretty. And there were 3. They were a little tiny bit expensive, I thought. They are sewn on, but she cut them apart from something. And if that backing ever wears off, I'll be in trouble. But yeah, they are sewn on, and she did put a glue stop for the fabric, a fabric stop glue. I'll get my words right in a minute. But if that ever were to wear off, that would go everywhere. But they're so pretty, and I did not know that when I purchased them. But yeah, they're very pretty. I guess I should have looked a little closer. Maybe her description had it on there. And then this is one of her kits, and the name of it escapes me at this minute. It wasn't her newest one. It was one that she had previously that I guess didn't sell, or she made an extra one or something. I don't know. But she does so good. She does a very good job of putting things together. And this is those pearls, and I was hoping that these are glass. I'm if you get to know me, if you stick around my channel enough to know me, I'm a very earthy, I don't know what you call me, realist. I like things that are more real. So yeah, these are plastic, but they look, and on her website they look like glass, but they are so pretty. Nonetheless, they look more realistic than most of the beads you buy. They're a string pearl, so they're supposed to look more real. And there's some pretty buttons in there. So this is part of the kit. And this particular kit came with some fabric, some duck cloth or canvas. It's called different things. It's really heavy. I have some of this in my arsenal that I had purchased to make bags out of. And it came with this piece of fabric. And then it has all these gorgeous appliques and laces. Isn't that pretty? Has beads on it. And, you know, as I said, you may have already seen this kit. Looks like she dyed that with something. She's tried her hand at different ways to dye things according to her videos. And cute little doily there, Battenberg lace. So yeah, that's really cool. This is a pretty little spray. She was showing how the leaves were fabric, and that's a cotton stitch thread on there. I thought that was really pretty. And so I bought this to add to my, there's some light pink rosettes, like the darker ones that she gave me. Pretty piece of lace. I think that's about, not quite a yard. And so I wanted to, you know, add some, I thought her kits were really pretty. And I wanted to add to my lace stash. I thought this was very, very pretty. I love the, well, it's not Batiste. That name escapes me right now, so it's not Tulle. It's the other one. Anyway, I love the laces that are like that. They kind of just float in the air, you know, they're so pretty. And that'll be gorgeous on a book. I love this trim. This is something I don't have a ton of either. I mean, I really don't have any. I actually bought a roll from Hobby Lobby. You know, they sometimes discontinue their stuff and they put what's left on the roll. They put it over there for sale, the whole thing of it. It's really pretty. And here's another one with beads. So that'd be pretty on a garden journal. I've got some green that I got from the last young lady that I made a purchase from, which her name, you know, just my brain's just not ticking today right now. I apologize. I just wanted to do this video to show her pretty kit. This piece I just love. I wish I could get a whole lot of this. This is so gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? That is just so, that's like put me on the bottom of a blouse or a skirt or something. That is just so gorgeous. But obviously there's not enough for that, but I've got to find something really pretty to do with that. It's so pretty. Then there's this pretty little hem lace is what we used to call this, and or seam lace. And you sew it to the seam, and then you sew the other part. Well, you can sew it down to the binding, or you can just press it out, and it puts a pretty edge on makes a finished seam on a garment rather than having a raw edge. So that's what that is. Pretty flower. And then here's some smaller, like one or so inch lace. I need smaller lace. I really do. This is pretty. This is like a polyester right here. This is not really cotton. Very interesting. That would make a great piece for a book because it is polyester. And it doesn't fray. Polyester does not fray like cotton does. So yeah, that's pretty. And then here's a piece of pretty lace to do like a cover. It looks like it might, I think she said it was a curtain or a tablecloth or something, but still pretty. And I'll grab my lace off the door over here. My whole room up here smells like coffee. Hang on a sec. I had gotten this lace from, I think it was Hobby or Joann's. I don't know. I don't remember. It was just a piece, uh, not even a half a yard. Well, maybe a half a yard. And I was doing some coffee dyeing. I said, you know what? I was getting kind of frustrated, like I said, with my books, and I couldn't get anywhere on those books I was telling you about. And I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go coffee dye some paper because if I have that ready at hand, I'll, you know, uh, when I do figure this book thing out, I'll have something to do. Well, I grabbed this. This was really shimmery and shiny. I was trying to see if there was anything here like it. There's really not. But it was one of those glossier. So you can see here where the different sheen took it the color a different way. I love how this turned out. It smells like coffee. It smells like it fell in the coffee grinder or something, which is hilarious. And my aunt's probably cringing right now, my Aunt Shirley, because if she's watching this, because she is a seamstress, and probably my mom too, because they're like, you did what to that lace? But anyway, I guess that's an inside joke. And then here's a piece of cotton that I had over there. I did not even know I had it, actually. I had bought it some time ago. Oh my goodness. I had some lace like this I didn't even know I had. And so I just cut off about 12 inches of it or so, I think it was. I said, well, you know what? I'm not gonna stick my whole like 2 or 3 yards, whatever it was I bought of it, into the coffee, because I've never done coffee dyeing on fabric, because that's what you don't want. You don't want coffee and tea and ketchup and mustard to get on your clothes. So, and I guess most of you won't get this, how funny it is, because you're not seamstresses and you don't know. You may not get the inside joke on this, but it's like what used to not be, you would cringe if you spill coffee on your white lace dress or blouse or whatever, your bed sheet, I mean your comforter, or because it's so hard to get out. And and now we're doing it on purpose. That's just crazy. Anyway, but it turned out beautiful, didn't it? It really did. It's got some darks, but look at the darks. I mean, it looks so vintage. I just took it and I sprayed it. I was using my sprayer when I did my coffee. I did a couple different things with this too. Yeah, this is called a Yappy mail. This isn't Happy Mail. This is Yappy mail, because I'm just all chatty right now. Tried a couple different things when I did my coffee dye. Here's my normal coffee dye right here. This one, sort of normalish. Sometimes they're darker, and one side's always darker than the other for me. I don't know why. So I said, you know what? I was getting down to the end of my coffee spray, and look at that. I love that. I love that better than the other piece I just showed you. Hope I'm not messing the camera up here. But I really like that. And especially using the pieces, the sheets, the pages out of the magazines where they have all the white space in the magazines. This would look really good with it. For instance, I've got like a ton right here. Hang on. Of course, I'm not going to grab one that's really going to make it pop, but it is what it is. So, like, here's this. Okay, you see all this white? And now this particular page clearly has some, darker, whatever that is, staining or whatever. But most pages don't. Most of them are bright, like this one. And they don't look vintage and old. Anyway, I thought, that really, that white kind of ties in the... I got to think of a name for this. But anyway, I did some transfer with the doilies a little bit. This side, not quite so pretty. It was kind of like the kind of side I dipped, on the back side. And this side I sprayed. So yeah, but I love this side, how it turned out. And I also recently purchased a book from, oh well, I don't have her name either because I didn't mean to mention that right now. But she did some coffee or tea dyeing in her book. When I get it, I'll show it to you. Not that it's really necessary because, you know, it's like these ladies have already shown their kits and their things they're selling, and but you know, some of you do like this sort of thing, so I thought, you know, I would try it and see how pretty that transfer is. I mean, that's almost perfect. Um, and there's some doilies, like different colors. Look at that. It's amazing how that works, and you're using the same coffee, isn't it? So weird. Um, so yeah, and I put some pictures on Instagram. I posted a picture, and also let me show you. Let me show you. I gotta show you my journal again. I'm going to show you this every time that I come into a video, it looks like. Oh, and by the way, my grandson asked me to do a shout out to him, William. He's in Georgia, and he asked me to do a shout out to him the next time I did a video, and I promised him that I would. So, hey, William. Hey, buddy. He's still, you know, a kid at heart, and he still is a kid. So, yeah. Um, anyway, I wanted to do that. So I've been printing my pictures for my journaling, and look how pretty that is. It's almost like lace, but not quite. And you know, I don't wanted to Instagram it. I don't know, what do you call that? Share it, and because you know it takes a little bit of time and energy to do this, and I thought it was just pretty sitting there. It was all stacked up and pretty, so I took a picture, and then I did a little. I said I'm going to journal about that, and this piece of scrap paper was in my on my desk, and I grabbed it and I wrote this down, and I says I coffee dyed a ton of 24-pound paper today. Now I can make a new book, but what kind? And so of course I hyphenated ton, which means, you know, it really wasn't a ton, but anyway, but these 4x6 photos fit really nice in here, and I've done some more journaling. I did some journaling there and journaling on the back of that, and I'm just having a time. There's some things I miss in my life, and I am so happy to be writing again. Oh, that got bent, didn't it? And I am so tickled about it. There's my little spoon guy again. Okay, so anyway, love this. Love this. It's like the perfect size, and just love it. I'm just loving it. I just have to say it again. I just have to say it again. Anyway, so thanks guys for stopping by and watching. I just took a whole stack of stuff off my desk here to do this video because I am trying to pull together another book, and I'm just having a time with it right now. I don't know. I just don't know. You know, it's one of those things. But um, anyway, thank you for stopping by, and wanted to mention I did spend the most of my morning this morning updating my blog. And I know a lot of you are like zim zam bim bam, and you don't have a lot of time like some of us older ladies do, who are empty nesters and have grandkids that are not living nearby. But there's that earthy thing again with me. I love to blog. I love to blog because I get to put into expression in writing, so to speak. Even though it's typing, I'm still printing in my mind. And so I tried to update my blog somewhat. Blogger is like, I don't know why it's so slow on my computer, but it is. So, and I joined a new group today, and hope I'm going to figure out how to maneuver on that group. I've joined groups before, and you know, it's like I don't know how to do things in the group, and there's no real information to explain, and you know, you just get to a point where you're tired of having to look and search for everything, and it seems like something should be simple once in a while. So I'm hoping I can. I met some really sweet people on there already, and so I'm looking forward to that. And well, I guess that's all I've got to say for now. I guess I'll just stop talking and let you guys get back to what you're doing. Thanks for watching. Bye.